In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. This one fielded at the 15. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They put Pickens in motion. On the play fake, Dak. It's to the sideline and caught by Pickens.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Javon Holland, tight coverage, and he's able to break that one up.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
In motion, it's Robinson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. A run here with Tracy on 2nd down. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Prescott now. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Dak to throw. Got a man, that's Tolbert. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll send him over to the left. To the air again, Prescott. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Again, Prescott to the air. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see them miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Second down, Prescott. That's into the hands of Lamb. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll throw again. Dak. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are on the board. It's 7-3.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That's caught! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Slayton is the man in motion. His throw left side is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the Giants are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
A run on 1st and goal. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. Now, Gano for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants extend their advantage to 14-3. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. It's 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He's going to tuck it and go. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
A first down throw for Prescott. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. That is Ferguson in motion. On 2nd down, it's Dak. This is caught at the 2. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Now Prescott. It is brought in the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tracy now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. On the give, it's Tracy. And he will have a Giants first down. He was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. Connects with his big tight end, man Hurts. On 2nd down, they'll run. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
A carry here for Tracy. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now Russ. That is caught. It's Robinson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. The All-Pro Micah Parsons there for the stop. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
On 4th down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. No issues there. This one is good. And the Giants will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. A return coming from the 14. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. That is Ferguson in motion. Prescott on first down. The open man is Tolbert. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll go with Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. That is Ferguson in motion. On first down, right back to Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. That is Ferguson in motion. On the play fake, Dak. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to keep it himself. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Mozzie Smith, the former first-round pick, makes the play. Here's a second and 9. Slayton is the man in motion. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
This one is caught by Robinson, and he'll be taken down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Wilson will throw again. He's got it at the 3, and he'll take it on in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants move out to a 24-10 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Short kick taken at the 17. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On play action, here's Dak. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's into the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tracy now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Back to throw. Wilson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On third down, they'll run with Tracy. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. The Giants sending out their punter. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Dak to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They'll go play action. It's Prescott. He keeps it himself. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Dak going to throw it here on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This one from 54 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will cut the lead down to 4.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Giants are out on top. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with first and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Tracy. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The home team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Toward the sideline, that's pulled in by Lamb. They gain 18 yards on that one. 1st down, Cowboys.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
2nd down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And that is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And he missed it. It's no good. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead.
You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Russ. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
3rd and long. Here's Wilson. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. That is Ferguson in motion. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
A run now on 2nd down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Prescott. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
He'll try to run for it with Williams. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys cut the deficit down to 1. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Tracy now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Connects with his big tight end, Manhurts. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Now, fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
That is Ferguson in motion. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. Play fake. Prescott. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Paulson Adebo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
The Giants offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Play action. Now. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Malik Hooker there on the tackle. Third and long. Wilson. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. To return, it is Turpin. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Williams. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Play action now. Prescott. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That is Ferguson in motion. A 2nd down throw by Dak. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. They get 12 yards on that pass. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. That is Ferguson in motion. To the air again. Prescott. Short throw, caught by Ferguson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. To the left side, caught by Lamb. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's got his man, it's Pickens. He needed 13 and got 14 for the first down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression, and at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
That is Ferguson in motion. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And he's going to be taken down.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
One more time for Williams. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this?
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points. So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On first down, Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Slayton. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw again is Wilson. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Throwing again, Wilson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A gain there of 11. First down, Giants.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, Russ. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. all even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. We'll go play action. It's Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Cowboys. On the ground, Williams. Space hard to come by there. Tackle made right around the 40-yard line. They'll come up for second and 9. Williams. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Now, a big third down. Here's Williams. Williams, first down, and he's not done. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their second, as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with first and 10. They'll run here. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Second down and 8. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6. And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So, it's a win for the Cowboys. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys, as we say so long from Arlington.